Rick Koster here from the day. We are streaming as we have been all day and into the night here at the 7th IM Festival. You guys just got off stage. This is Matt and Andy from the Hempsteadys. That was a killer set. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for a lot of various and sundry reasons, the least of which included Isaac attempting to jump onto the drum riser and instead crashing into the drums. That was good.
And believe me, we did notice it.
I don't know how you could not.
No, it was great. I mean, we usually play with inside a packed club, so a big stage outside is awesome. You know?
I think it says a lot about the power of a band and the energy you develop when you are outside and there's people that could wander off and go to any place. You guys got everybody packed inside and are packed right up front, and it rocked.
I mean, that's really, what we are is a band for the people. I mean, we're not so much about, our music is like the main thing, but it's about an experience, you know? It's a Hempsteadys show, you know?
I like that Andy said one time, it's dance music for working class, and I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly right.
It makes me, when I listen to the Hempsteadys, it pisses me off that I was born in the South because you guys, we didn't have bands like that down there. You know, it was like, but anyway, I want to drink beer when I'm listening to y'all. Is that fair?
That's the only appropriate response, really. Or
yeah, people want to do a lot of stuff when they watch Hempsteadys.
I would say that you successfully sort of egged that on too, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, Rick.
I didn't think you did. If there's any complaint, I want you guys to have more product out. I want to be able to. What's the thoughts on that?
Yeah, we have a 7-inch coming out. Actually, within a couple months, with a couple of bands from like Hartford and New Haven that we're splitting on a 7-inch record, and then we're gonna have a full length out that we're gonna be shopping around. Hopefully, that'll be out, by the middle of next year. Hopefully. Yeah.
The 7-inch is finished. Three songs are fully tracked. And then we have the rest of our reggae opera that is Andy's brainchild. That's all, rhythm tracks are all recorded, and we just got to do horns and vocals and keys, and so we're half done with it already.
I'm going to ask Matt you a specific question because you're so fluid in many different styles. So in this situation, you're working basically off of the backbeat, and you play in neo-metal prog bands, et cetera, et cetera. Is it easy to immediately get into the groove of what you're doing on any given day?
No, not always. I mean, some days it's fine, but a lot of it is I'm just different technique, different mentality. If I'm used to holding the sticks a certain way for a certain band, I have to remember to like loosen up. Or that's one example. But other than that, sometimes it's just a matter of listening to some reggae before I come down to play. Sometimes I find that if I've been playing a lot of fast stuff for a while without doing any slow, groovy stuff, I can just jump into the groovy stuff and it all at once, and it works. I guess just because I'm bored with I get to explore things I haven't done for the past couple weeks or past couple months, and that's great. Sometimes I stumble onto better things because of that, so it's cool.
Talking with Matt and Andy from the Hempsteadys, they just did. I guess it's probably inarguable it was the hottest set of the day so far, both in terms of humidity as well as energy created. Similarly, Andy, when you're writing, do you feel like you have to fit in with the parameters of the rhythms of reggae and dub? Or
I sort of write some of the songs. It's like almost like a folk punk song, and then we just turn it into a reggae song. Some of the songs are already there. I mean, the way it's like, freaking, you just look at it and it's there. It's got to be easy. Like if you try too hard to write a song, I think it fails. So. And
sometimes we start with like a song starts with like a concept of what we want it to sound like. We have songs that we basically said up front we want it to be like a old school rock steady song, and we want to not stray too far out of that. But obviously if we try to stay in a bubble with Hempsteadys, it doesn't work because that's not what the band's about anyway, and all of our influences end up bleeding in. But sometimes we like to restrain it into a specific idea, and that helps guide it.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of feel like, there was for as far as like reggae and ska, there was, first, second, and third wave, and we're sort of reinventing the second wave, where like the influences of all the music today, we're sort of blending in with what was around during the two-tone and reggae era and just making it sound more modern. We're not like a normal punk ska band at all,
Which
influences, Afrobeat influences, hip hop, a lot of hip hop influence.
I'm maybe not the most learned guy in the world, but I'm not sure I've ever heard someone that had a conceptual reggae opera before. Is this new?
I mean, you know, Lee Scratch Perry had some sort of concept albums and stuff, but like, yeah, I think this is probably I don't know, it was sort of like, what are we gonna write about? And then it was just like, I get crazy weird ideas.
What's in a couple of sentences? What's the idea?
It's a basically reverse Alice in Wonderland starring, you know, classic movie monsters. You know, like Frankenstein, Wolfman. They come to our world, have to find Frankenstein's new bride, not the bride of Frankenstein.
And also teenagers. They're also kids, so it's a coming of age story simultaneously, and it's also just like exploitation movie style. That's kind of what we're going for.
Well, hell, I want that record. So get your asses in gear. Thank you so much, Matt and Andy.
Thank you.
From the Hempsteadys dropping by. Enjoy the rest of the night. You're going to see the Wigs. You're going to see So Glow.
We're going to hang out. Absolutely. I'm excited.
Go to the beer tent. This is Rick from the day at the IM Festival. This is the Hempsteadys.